became a guest here, I
Mm-hmm.
think the other day, and you really have helped me kind of realize a lot of things while I'm processing the breakup that I went through. And I've been looking at it a lot more objectively, and I've been feeling a lot better. And
Okay.
thanks to you too, man.
Nice, brother. Well, I'm glad to see that you applied everything and that you're in a better headspace now, man. It's only up from here.
Yeah, man. I guess I just wanted to share that, like, I guess objectively looking at things,
Mm-hmm.
I did realize where I did fall short, but it was never because it was intentional in terms of like neglecting my ex partner.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I also realized that, yeah, I was also a student balancing college and family and friends and life. And when you said that sometimes people make decisions based off of their feelings rather than, practicality and facts, that's when I realized that we were on different spectrums, where I
Right.
was really running off of practicality and facts and objectivity when I was making decisions in our relationship.
Uh-huh.
And she was too, but for the most part, why she ended up breaking up with me was eventually she put that, decision making process through her feelings. And I guess that's, thanks to you, man. I realized that that made processing the breakup a little bit less difficult
Mm-hmm.
because now I'm not so confused. And yeah, man, you help a lot,
Absolutely,
genuinely.
bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you sharing that with me. Yeah, you just take that lesson, you integrate it, and that's going to make you much more equipped for the next situation. It only gets better from here.
Yeah, man. And yeah, just thank you, man, genuinely.
Absolutely, brother. Keep me posted with how things progress, okay?
All right, man.
All right,
Thank you.
G. Take care of yourself. There we go. Got him in a good spot. I'm happy to hear he's in a better headspace. What's up, Raven? I would love some advice. Yeah, if you got a question, you can just hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. Hello.
Hello, Marquit.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good.
Good, good. What can I
Are
do
you
for you?
doing the matchmaking? No matchmaking, sorry. Dating relationship advice.
Yep.
Okay, I am single. I have been single for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know why.
How are you trying? Like, have you tried to find someone?
I try, I give up. I am here to find somebody.
Okay. Well, that's not what this is for, love. So go find somewhere else
Okay,
to do that. Not with that voice either. Jesus Christ. You have a perpetual code? Someone single for 13 years. I'm not touching that. No way, Jose. You got some shit to work out. All right, who do we got next? Who do we got next? You said cobwebs, right? Let's see if Angel Face joins. Yeah, fuck my name all up, Eva. I don't have the energy to correct people half the time, man. Like, if I corrected everyone who mispronounced my name, I'm sure that would shed like 5 years off my lifespan, just from an energy perspective. It just takes a lot. So, all the way good on that. On my break, when's your break, Brandy? Hello? Hello? All right. And the rules, you get two greetings before you get dropped. You gotta be sharp, people. Gotta be on it. Mentally sharp. I don't like the people in the queue, nor do I, to be honest with you. Nor do I. So, again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can ask me anything. No matchmaking. I don't care if you are looking for a husband or a wife. won't find that here. Jesus Christ. But if you do have a problem that you're trying to solve, you can request up by hitting the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'm just gonna drop this one because yeah, that was the right move. I already got all that fucking noise. Ay. We'll get through it. You know, we always got a bad batch. Just gotta work through it, man. Gotta stay patient, people. Got to stay patient. You can also drop a question in the chat and I will answer it until we get a caller. Or when I don't have a caller, I'll answer the questions in the chat. What's up, old dog? You popping out to Dallas, right? Sign Valencia, what's up? What's going on? Anybody want to come back up? Yo.
Hey, yo, dude. Sorry, I'm back. I just saw that you were kind of struggling with guests, so. Hey, yo, dude. Sorry, I'm back. I just saw that you were kind of struggling with guests,
Hold
so. Sorry, is there like feedback?
Hold on, I'm muting it real quick to see if that solves the problem. And I just unmuted it. Unmute yourself and see, because there was like a lot of delay with the audio. I heard myself whistle 8 times for some reason. Luca, this ain't the place for it, brother. Go ahead and scram. All right. Try this again.
Hopefully it's fixed now, man.
There we go. We're good. We're
weird.
good.
Anyways, I guess to just kind of stir things up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to share one of the. I wanted to get your thoughts on something that I realized too. Because remember how one of her reasons were that we apparently didn't make more time for one another, but. You know, once again, this is because of your advice too. I started to realize it. Like, objectively, I was making a lot of time before and after during our thesis in OJT. And I remember one of the things that struck me was this year I wasn't able to go to her birthday because I had a family thing and it was like a 2-day thing. But before that, I was with her almost every day for like a whole week. From like morning to like midnight because she was preparing for this school event, and I gifted her a lot of things, and as a birthday gift as well, as an advanced birthday gift. And I remember like a week after I paid for our trip to this museum that we went to that she really wanted to go to. And I told her that was my gift to her as well, as not only as an apology, as a way for me to make up for me not being able to attend her birthday. And like 2 weeks later, that was when she broke up with me. And I just wanted to get your thoughts as to like, you know, what does that make of the situation? What do you think of that situation?
So 2 weeks after you couldn't attend her birthday? She broke up with you?
Around 2 to 3 weeks, yeah. Actually, a month. But that was 2 weeks after I went to pay for our trip to this museum that she really wanted to go to. And it was like a pretty far city. That was when she decided to break up with me. But I just wanted to get your thoughts as to, you know, about the whole situation.
So, like, you told her ahead of time that you wouldn't be able to make her birthday? Like, what did she do for her birthday?
She just went out with her family. She also had, like, this photo shoot with, like, a birthday photo shoot. She really wanted to do it with me, but it was a family event I really couldn't miss because every single one of my family was there. And it was also in, like, a very far city as well.
Okay.
So
when you expressed to her that you wouldn't be able to make it ahead of time, like, how did she take that?
Oh, yeah, I did. I told her a lot earlier, actually. I think like 2 weeks before her birthday. And I told her, she initially was a bit disappointed because this was her birthday and she was a bit sad that I wouldn't be able to attend. And I kept telling her, like, I really want to, and let's just, find something to do afterwards. And she was teasing me throughout the whole week about how, oh, you can't attend my birthday and stuff like that. But eventually, the hour before I had to go home, and go on the family trip, like she told me, no, it's fine. Like I was just teasing you, and please enjoy your family trip, and I'll be okay. And yeah, like weeks later, she just broke up with me. So, you know,
Okay.
I mean, like
I mean,
it
it's
was
hard.
very mixed.
It's hard to say,
Yeah,
bro. Because a lot of times, like women will break up with you emotionally and psychologically first, and it can happen like months or years before it actually occurs, where you start seeing the distancing. So I wouldn't just jump to the conclusion that the birthday situation was um, immediately or the straw that broke the camel's back. But it's really hard to say because there's so many variables here. There's so many
yeah,
variables. It could be a situation where she knows that you are graduating, so then she reassesses like what her future looks like because when y'all are in the same school, you may be in like a false reality, you know. But
yeah, I
then,
get it.
but then the graduation kind of makes her start thinking about things differently. Like maybe that could be a triggering thought about her future, and she could be thinking more about compatibility and will my needs be met and all that kind of stuff. So there's no, you probably would not ever know the actual answer, and the best thing to do is just to make peace with the not knowing. As long as you did what you could do on your end, like you not being able to make her birthday does not make you a bad person to be with, especially considering that you proactively planned on making up for the absence. Things like that are going to happen in a relationship, right? Like you got to have understanding on both sides. So everything that you told me, like even in the previous call, it doesn't sound like you were missing anything on your end. But you could be what's the quote? You can be the most delicious, most juiciest peach on the planet, but there's still people who don't like peaches. Like you could be the perfect partner. That don't mean things are gonna work out. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, and I think that's what your advice also helped me out to realize that I did what I could, and I always had good intentions with her. I always kept promising her as well after graduation that I would have work and I would have more time, and financially wise, I wouldn't be short, and we could do the things she always wanted to do. And yeah, she told me she knows my intentions were genuine, but she just kept pressing on about how her feelings have changed and how she's not sure about her future anymore and such like that. The reasons that you hear usually
Mm-hmm.
about these kind of breakups.
Right.
Yeah, like weeks later, it's just hitting me that like exactly what you said too. It's like I did my best,
Right.
and I guess it just kind of hurts because this was the same person that I saw at her most soft and vulnerable and kind and caring side,
Right.
and she also saw that side of me.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like my perspective on her has changed because she was able to hurt me that much, and especially at such a pivotal moment in my life.
Right.
Even though I know that maybe that wasn't her pure intention,
Mm-hmm.
what you said also, people do things that make sense to them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's just right now I'm at that point where that's the same girl that I did love before, but that's also the same girl that hurt me very deeply.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I see the comments asking, "Is there another man involved?" Actually, there really wasn't. I think she just was expecting a lot more from me,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess couldn't really wait around anymore. And maybe her priorities changed from what I was able to give and what I could give and who I was. Maybe her perspective changed. I don't know, man. Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Yeah. I would. I think what you just said it is certainly probable. You know, but I wouldn't be too concerned. Like it's not a good use of time trying to figure out, like, the only thing that you should focus your time on is what lesson can I learn that I can integrate and make myself better in the future. How do I become anti-fragile to where I actually benefit from situations like this? Like, to be anti-fragile, there's three categories you can fall into as a person. You can be fragile, which means you break easily. You don't want to do that. You don't want to break easily. You can be robust, which means it's hard for you to break, but even though that's better than not breaking, it's still not the best situation to be in. Most people in the dating market are robust, right? Like, they harden themselves over time. And when you're robust, this is going to be a great piece of content. When you're robust like that, the way it manifests relationally is you don't fully connect with future people because you're anticipating them to let you down. So you're constantly bracing for it, and you don't allow someone to fully enter into your heart, right? What you want to be is anti-fragile, where you benefit from things going wrong. So if you look at, you ever seen the movie Hercules?
Yes, sir.
So you know,
The animated one or a rock?
yeah, they had an animated one with like the Hydra monster, the one with multiple heads,
Yeah.
and then every head
Yes, sir.
Hercules cut off, two heads took its
That's my
place.
favorite one. Yeah.
Right. So every head Hercules cut off, two heads took its place. That's the positioning. You want that monster was anti-fragile, so it benefited from being hurt. It benefited from going through painful experiences. It got stronger from it. Another analogy is like Dragon Ball Z. If you watch that, like every time
Yes,
the
sir.
Saiyans fought, they got stronger. That's how you want to be. When you date, the way that you can apply the anti-fragile frame is you just learn the lessons and then integrate them so that you improve your discernment and improve yourself through the process. So you learn a little bit about women from this experience. You learn how they oftentimes can derive facts from feelings. That's going to help you understand your future partner, right? There's a lot of times us men look at what women say, and it's like we look at that as an objective fact. I was talking to a client he dealt with a woman who dealt with a lot of trauma. She was in a lot of toxic relationships, and he's a healthier guy. And she was clearly attracted to him. They would sleep together all the time, but she told him that she didn't really feel a spark. So on our coaching call, he was like, I don't understand it. Like, she's clearly attracted to me. She wants to spend time with me, but she told me she was hesitant because she doesn't feel a spark. And I'm like, that's false. Like, the evidence suggests she does feel a spark. What she is hinting at that she doesn't really understand herself is she's used to toxicity. So dealing with you feels like something is missing because you're not toxic. And her best way to understand that feeling is to say there's a spark missing. So you're trying to solve the wrong problem.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to kind of
Yes.
see the subtext of the situation in order to accurately identify what the issue actually is. So again, long story short, as long as you are just learning the lessons, the right lessons, not just the random lessons, that's another problem. A lot of people learn the wrong lessons from
Yeah.
their situations. The same client was dealing with a woman in his previous relationship. She, I think, cheated on him because she was still dealing with an ex, and he stayed through it, right? So when he left that relationship, he was like very sensitive to women who were dealing with anyone from their past, right? That was the lesson he learned. But I told him he didn't learn the full lesson, because the real lesson to learn is, why did you stay with somebody after they did that to you?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's multiple problems. I know I just threw a lot at you, but the main thing that I would focus on in your situation is being anti-fragile. And you don't need to know exactly what happened to be anti-fragile. You just need to learn the lesson that makes you better and then become better from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also one thing that you told me is like, even though low-key I did beg for her to stay and I was questioning her decision, but when she was firm on it, and weeks later now I kind of realized too that, like, oh yeah, why would I want to stay with someone who didn't really see my value and
Right.
also had a lot of problems on her side, and this was the same person that also chose that a life without me is better.
Right.
So that also was a bit comforting that if I did stay, it would just be a worse situation for me,
Sure.
and maybe that would be a bit of a self-disrespect as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah, that's something that yeah, you're right about, man. You're very much so right about.
Absolutely, brother. Let me get to the other calls, man. I appreciate you coming back up.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes, sir.
appreciate-
Just wanted to stir up the topic as well because you were kind of struggling to guess there a little bit.
I appreciate you,
yeah.
man. All right, dude. Take care of
Yes,
yourself.
sir. Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
All right. Shorty drop. Okay. What's up, Nadia? Hello. Hello. Know the rules. 2 hellos. Gotta drop you. Got to drop you. All right, people. Again, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. That will bring you up and solve your problem. You're grubbing out, being social. It's been amazing. Hey. So I'm talking about Miss Dimples. Putting yourself in them static environments, huh? It's working out for you. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Get off these apps. Get out into the real world. That's what you're designed to do. That's what you're designed to do. Almost. I still need some outfits. What kind of outfits you trying to get, old dog? Old dog trying to wear something tight. Tight. Yeah, Miss Dimples really made a lot of progress during our call. Really made a lot of progress during our call. Things are looking up for her. So if you also want to see a lot of progress, DM me the word coach and I'll send you a link to book your 1-hour coaching call where you'll get clarity over your situation. You'll also get a step-by-step action plan to solve your problem. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. What can I do for you?
Yeah, so I just had kind of a question on how to deal with this feeling. I feel like on my previous call with you, when I was on live, you did describe me to be more anxiously attached.
Okay.
And right now, I feel like I'm in a very healthy talking stage with somebody, but I'm starting to feel like I'm scared of scaring them away. Ever since you told me I was anxious, I was like, okay, maybe if you're able to tell, someone else is able to tell. So I've been operating like an avoidant.
Uh-oh.
And now I think it's off-putting them because now they're being avoidant and they're like mirroring my behavior. And I hate it because we were like bouncing off of each other in the beginning. And then my fear kind of like slowed down the pace, you know, by a lot. So I'm just like, I don't know how to operate in like a secure manner because we were bouncing off each other, but at the same time, it's like I didn't want to come off as too much.
Okay.
You
So
know?
the first mistake, don't ever assume that because I can see something other people can. I'm Doctor Strange in this bitch. I see a whole other world as opposed to the average person. Okay. Second thing. So how'd you meet this person?
So there was a festival thing in their city, and I showed up and exchanged numbers.
Okay.
And it was like a one-time thing. I'd never seen them after that.
Okay. And you said you were bouncing off each other. Like, what does that mean?
Like the vibes, like they were just as like I'm a very yapping type of person, and they were giving the same energy, and they weren't off put by it at all. And I'm the type of person that I give random updates throughout the day, and they were doing the same thing. So I just felt like my anxious attachment style was like being accepted in a way. Like they weren't ever leaving me on red too long or anything like that.
Right. So, and what did you change about your behavior?
I just stopped responding all the time because I was like, if him taking a little longer than usual was bothering me this much in the beginning, then maybe I should take a full step back because it should not be bothering me this much that it took him 3 hours to respond instead of 20 minutes or or like an hour. So I was just like trying to stop myself from feeling any kind of, anxiety. And I did that by kind of changing my attachment style, which isn't natural to me.
Right. Right. So yeah, you don't want to do that. What problem did that create?
Now he's not as talkative and yapping. Like he would go off on a tangent about topics, and now he doesn't do that at all. It's very like very. How do I say it? It's like the conversations are not flowing like they used to, and I think I'm the cause of it.
So can you not just go back to doing what you were doing previously?
The issue is I'm scared that if I do go back into that, I'm going to become anxious if he pulls away. So I'm just being, I guess I'm scared of being the one left behind, if that makes sense. Like if he switches up, then I'm going to have anxiety. So I'm switching up before he gets to. It's toxic, but it's like I'm trying to protect myself because in the past I was the one who got left behind, kind of like they would leave me undelivered or they would start ghosting. So I was just like, this time around, if this person is vibing with me this well, I want to be the one to be able to have the control to kind of pull back.
Right. How do you think that plays out?
I really think it messed up things a little bit. And now I don't know how to I don't know how to get it back without becoming anxious again of him leaving.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Anxiousness is just fear, and the only way to deal with fear is exposure therapy. So you can't enter a dynamic and then try to avoid the anxiety. It's not something to avoid. The biggest flaw with people who are anxiously attached is they view their anxiousness as a problem that needs to be solved. It doesn't. You have to build the capacity to actually feel that anxiety and be able to deal with it, not avoid it. Avoiding it is the problem. Avoiding it is what avoidance do, actually. Like a lesson in life, if you can change how you orient yourself around emotions, you improve the quality of your life drastically. Most people are in bad situations because they are avoiding emotional experiences. You have to be able to tolerate them. It's just a feeling. That's all it is. It's a feeling. So people will spend years avoiding the feeling, and then that will cause them to never get what they actually want. So there is no love without risk. If you're unwilling to take a risk and willing to potentially experience the pain, you won't get what you want. You can't separate the two.
I get that. So are you saying that I should stop pretending and just be how I was before?
Yeah, you're essentially at stage 2 in my 4-stage model. I'll go over it really quickly. Stage 1 people tend to just be reactive. So if we look at this from an attachment style perspective, a stage 1 person, if they're like anxious, they just default to anxious behaviors. If they're avoidant, they default to avoidant behaviors. They're not very thoughtful. They're just reactive to whatever happens. But then that person goes through a very painful experience. And that painful experience makes them reflect for the first time. And when they reflect, they often change strategies. When they change strategies, they essentially move to stage 2. So an example, an anxious person gets hurt, they reflect on the situation, and they're like, my anxiousness or me being so open and available is causing this problem. So they do exactly what you did, which is pretend to be an avoidant, right? But when you get to stage 2, you occupy a defensive posture. Stage 2 is predicated upon fear. You're viewing everything through the lens of what hurts you, and your modus operandi is to avoid pain. Stage 2 people are trying to avoid pain. But in the process of doing that, they sabotage connections. So instead of them being left, they're the reason why people leave. Then you get to stage 3, and that's when you start to be able to have a healthy connection, right? And the ultimate goal is stage 4, which is where it's like you fully love yourself, you're secure, you can be in a relationship, give the relationship what it needs, and you're essentially differentiated. So being differentiated essentially means that you can be connected to yourself and your identity and your sense of self while also simultaneously be connected to your partner. Hard to achieve. Most people haven't achieved it. But if you get to stage 3, you're equipped to be in an actual healthy relationship. In other words, getting to stage 4 is not a necessity. So you're at stage 2 right now. So the way to go from stage 2 to stage 3 is to realize that what you're doing is not working. Your strategy of pretending to be an avoidant will cause you to be the reason why other people get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. Yeah. Um, so how do I stop how do I stop this fear, I guess, or this worry that the person is, because sometimes when I get into my yapping and like when I'm like fully myself and I get to yapping and talk about topics and blah blah blah, I feel a little like, why did I open up like that right after? Or like, oh, they didn't need to know this much so soon. Like, how do I stop that feeling? Is that also part of my attachment style?
Yeah, I would say that's part of the anxiousness. Have you been on a date with this person?
No, but we've been on multiple calls.
Okay. Why? How long have
Yeah.
y'all been talking?
Um, I would say for two and a half weeks, 2.5 weeks.
And there's no talk of seeing each other in person?
There is, but the issue is they're like a 3-hour plane ride from me,
Oh,
which it doesn't seem that long, but like it does. I think it might need a little more talking to get to that point, maybe.
well, I wouldn't first of all, I wouldn't recommend this type of connection. I don't I never I don't recommend anxious people entertain long distance relationships at all. Unless you're dealing with a secure person. He might be. So you can see, but I never recommend anxious people do long distance. It is exacerbating the problem. But what does your lifestyle look like? How do you fill your time?
I just work and then go to the gym, and then that's usually when I call him, is after I come from the gym and kind of settled down home.
So you have a lot of free time.
Yeah, I have free time.
Okay, that's gonna be part of the problem. Free time is not a problem, but if you're anxiously attached, it is extremely important for you to build a life outside of any kind of romantic connection. So some of the best advice given to anxious attachers, which I've said time and time again, is to pretend like you won't be in a relationship, which you will, but just pretend like you won't be, and ask yourself the question: how can I build a life in such a way that I can still be happy? And then whatever the answer to that question is, you just go do that.
Yeah, I told myself a long time ago that I do have a habit that when I find someone, I do fixate on them a lot. So I try to fill out my summer with like a lot of activities and stuff like that. And so I feel like I've been doing well with that. It's just, I guess when I met this person, I just got fixated on them again. And, you know, those feelings or whatever started coming up. But yeah, I understand you. It'd probably be harder for me to pretend than it is for me to just control the way I am.
Yeah, you talking to somebody isn't a problem. Now, if they're responding positively to you talking and then matching your energy, then that should be a sign there's no issue.
Yeah.
Now, the issue will come from like you engaging in protest behaviors, like giving them the silent treatment or being petty and trying to make them pay a price for not responding for hours. Like, people sometimes are not going to respond immediately. I certainly don't. I don't respond immediately. If I'm very free and I'm looking at my phone, I'll respond. But my work is very emotionally draining. And I also have ADHD. So anyone that I talk to has to know that I'm not sometimes going to respond immediately. And if they have a problem with that, then we're probably not going to work out, right? So, but it's never a reflection of how I feel about the person, though. You know? So you have to be able to better manage that and build systems to where you don't need to directly manage it so much. That's where having hobbies and activities come into play. Keeps you busy so that you're kind of occupied. The worst thing for anxious attachers is idle time. Idle time is where your anxiety often increases because you just fill that time with either trying to connect with the person or storytelling as to why they're not readily available to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Okay. Yeah, well, thank you for hearing me out on this.
No problem, dear. Best of
Gave
luck to
me
you.
good perspective.
Absolutely. Keep me posted, all right?
All right, yeah.
All right, you take care.
Right, bye.
Okay. Let's see if Tamara connects. Okay. What else do we have? I don't think Buddy's going to connect either. Again, if you have a question pertaining to dating or relationships, you can hit the you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person, and I'll bring you up. You can also drop your question in the chat, and I'll answer it there if we don't have an active caller. There's so many stupid people on the planet. It is astounding. All right. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can. What's going on?
So, I have a couple questions. So, I just went through a breakup.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with the girl for 2 years. And basically what happened was we broke up. It was on good terms, right? And then she didn't really like say much when we broke up. She was just like, I need space, stuff like that. So it was like, all right, we both gonna take space, grow, heal, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So then like a couple days after, right, on Snapchat, like her snap was from a couple days before. I just opened it, left it, right? Because I'm trying to take space for myself to grow.
Right.
And then she talking about like, oh, why are you leaving me on open, stuff like that. And I was like, what, you want me to keep snapping you? And she's like, I want you to still be a part of my life. I don't want to lose you as a person in my life, stuff like that. So then I was like, all right, if you saying that, can we talk about it? Like, where do we stand? What's the dynamic between us? And then she's like, yeah, we can talk, but we can only text about it. Like, we can't call. I'm like, what? And then she's like, I feel like if we call, it'll make it harder for me. So I was like, all right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and we can text about it. So we texted about it, whatever, time passed. And while we're texting, we strictly talk about like what went wrong, what I needed to work on, what she needed to work on, what went wrong in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she was texting me we started texting about what went wrong, like probably like a week and a half after we broke up. And she was like talking about like, oh, like, just because we're not together, that doesn't mean that, I still deeply love and care for you. Do you feel the same? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, if you got with someone immediately, I would be hurt by it. But obviously I can't tell you what to do. It's a tough position for me to be in because I broke up with you, but I don't want to see you getting with other people. Right? So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to worry about myself. I wasn't planning on getting with anyone else. I'm fine with it. Right? And then, so time passes, I'm growing, I'm healing. It's a month now. Remember, we dated for 2 years, and then I find out that 3 weeks after we broke up, she's hooking up with a new dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, all right, what? Like, you were saying all this stuff to me. She had still been like trying to start conversation with me. It was weird. I was like, so this is what you're doing after you telling me that, you know, you still deeply love and care for me, and talking about if I were to get with someone immediately, you would be hurt by it. And then she turned around and did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was like, bro, like, you said all this, and like, this is what you're doing, because we hadn't been like texting for like a couple weeks, like, and then I like texted her. I was like, yo, what's up with this? Like, then she was basically saying like, you know, it's my life, I'm making choices for myself, like, you have, like, I have no obligation to update you, whatever, fair, you're single, but like after 2 years, you're gonna go do this. And I was like, all right, bro. And she, the dude that she got with was, while we were dating, this dude like wanted her, and I told her like he was saying stuff like, oh, I want to be with her, and I was like, yo, like, just cut him off, like don't talk to him. And literally she went and hooked up with that dude, like the first dude who gave her attention after the 3 weeks. So I'm wondering, like, is this just a rebound? Like, what is going on?
Why do you want to know the answer to that question? Let's start there. Why do you want to know whether or not it's a rebound?
I'm just trying to see like what she's trying to do, like what is going on.
Okay. Let me ask you this. If she came back to you wanting to get back together, would you get back together with her?
No.
You're sure about that?
Yeah, seeing the way that she moved after, no.
Okay. Now, I would also tell you this, bro. How did you find out that she was hooking up with him?
One of my friends told me, because he's like, I guess he just found out and he told me.
Okay. Have you considered that this guy is the reason why she wanted to break up with you?
I mean, I thought about it, but I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a hypothetical. I thought about it, but like, I don't know the answer.
I would tell you that you said 3 weeks after y'all ended.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say that is very likely that's the situation here.
All right.
And she wanted to still keep access to you because she probably didn't know how things were going to go with him.
Yeah, after I found out, I just cut myself off from her completely.
Okay. So, what do you think the lesson is in this situation? Like, what would you do differently if you went through this again?
I would have just, from the beginning, distanced myself.
Okay. In what way?
Just completely, like, cut her off, and because I still thought from the stuff she was saying that, like, she, you know, we were gonna grow as people and, like, see, like, oh, are we gonna reconsider this after some time? Like, that's what I was getting from what she was saying. But after seeing, like, this, I would have just distanced myself as soon as it happened.
Right. I would tell you, I would treat any break or breakup like it's just a finality. If I were you, just as a simple heuristic, any break or breakup, I would just treat it as final. I wouldn't. There's no growth that needs to be occurred to. It's most of the time bullshit. You can grow with somebody. You don't need to break up for that.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, you don't need to take breaks for that. So if anyone's giving you that BS, just go ahead and end the connection and move on.
All right, I appreciate it. That's all.
All right, brother. Best of luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I know he's fuming though. God, I get that, especially being a young man. That'll piss you off, for sure. For sure. I'm good, Cass. How are you, love? Where you been at? Let's see if Bubblegum joins. I wanna da-da-da. Okay, I don't think she's gonna join. Yeah, that will piss anybody off. Like, if you're gonna deal with, just go deal with them, man. What you trying to hold me back for? It's that manipulation, man. That manipulation. It's crazy. But it is what it is. Again, people, if you have a question pertaining to dating and relationships, you can hit the button at the bottom of the screen with the blue and pink person. I'll bring you up. I thought I saw somebody ask the question. Yeah, Eva, that's correct. Yeah, we can't jump to like attachment style labels because it's like you can have anxious people who act avoidant. You know what I mean? Character traits are also something to consider. Your attachment style does not denote a character that you have. There's so many other variables. You need like a lot of data to start labeling people with attachment styles. You know how many clients come to me thinking they're like anxious and they're really fearful avoidant? Or how many personal experiences I've had with people who I thought were avoidant, but they're really just anxious, pretending like they're avoidant, like a previous caller did. You know what I mean? So you just need a lot of data on it. It's like the inner motivation is kind of what gives the signal away. But I think somebody asked, do the red pill gurus kind of teach men to be avoidantly attached? Answer, yes, that's exactly what they do. The red pill stuff teaches men to be avoidant because it works. It's very effective. Now, they don't know that it works on anxious women and it leads to unhealthy dynamics, but to a man who is getting no woman, it's an improvement. So yes, I've made content saying that exact same thing. Hello.
Does it count?
Hello?
Gotta go, brother. If you're gonna troll, you gotta be faster than that, man. You gotta be faster than that if you're gonna troll. I know you and your homeboy having a sleepover right now, but you know you gotta stop the sleepover, stop playing each other's booty holes, so y'all can properly troll the live. Let's see if Bubblegum is ready to talk now. Hello. Hello? Alright, Bubblegum, if you come back up, you don't say nothing, you're gonna get blocked. I'm sorry. There's too many times you came up and didn't say anything. Gotta watch them thumbs. Watch those thumbs. Hello.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, good. I always watch your lives and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll ask a question today. So I do have a simple question. I'm a single mother, 2 kids, and dating is, kind of non-existent. But as a man, is there any way you can share what are some of the fears that a man may have about dating a woman with kids, and specifically if maybe the ex is not, the best, if that may play a factor?
When you say he's not the best, elaborate.
Okay, let me elaborate. So my children have a father. We don't have a good relationship. He's decent to them. I think he can be better, but that's just my opinion. So he's there. Let's just say that. So and let me kind of backtrack. I dated a guy, really great guy, but I always wondered, like, in the back of his mind, if he felt like it would have been too much for him dating a woman with kids, like the financial responsibility, which I wasn't saying he had to take on, but just all of those different factors, if that can be overwhelming,
Okay. So the problem with the father of your children is just y'all don't have a great relationship?
We don't have a great relationship. I would say on the financial piece, that is me. So that's one factor, which, I feel like a man may see that as, oh my gosh, I have to do all of that,
Okay.
when that's not what I would be asking. So I guess a 2-parter, that's one part. But then just in general, dating a woman with kids, how scary can that truly be for a man?
So any toxicity with the father of your children?
No, not anymore. As far as like nothing crazy. We just don't have a good relationship,
Okay.
Yeah.
How many children do you have?
I have 2 boys.
What are the ages?
My oldest is almost 15 and my youngest will be 10.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
How old are you?
I just turned 40.
Okay. All right. Um, the biggest fear is going to be, do you want any more kids? Let me start there.
I did. This last person that I dated, when we started, I for sure wanted more, at least two more. That would have had to also happen pretty quickly because I didn't want to, have them too late.
Right. I mean,
Now
yeah,
that I'm
there's
40.
there's like the financial consideration. Even if you do come into the arrangement with like, you don't have to take care of my kids. If you have kids with the person, you're certainly going to expect equality within the household,
Right.
right? Like he's not going to go out and get food for the children that he has with you and then leave the other ones unattended. So that would be additional responsibility. Like you would expect that. Like you bought
Right.
him McDonald's, but not the rest. Like I can see that conversation happening, right? So that would be one thing. The main thing though is just, is she really over the ex?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely not a factor at all. And when I say, again, I guess when I was talking about him, it was more in the aspect of like, would another man see it as, I get more of the financial piece, I guess, right? Like, that could be one factor, or just like, okay. And because he's present, like I'm not looking for someone to come in and be their father, if that makes sense. I mean, he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Again, when I say as a man, I would like to see him do more, be more involved in the sports, be more involved in the school, be more involved in those things that I feel a man should be involved in, because I do majority of that. And so I just feel like it could be overwhelming. Right.
Right. Right.
So,
No, I get it.
yeah.
I get it. But yeah, I mean, that's always the primary fear is, will this person have access to you? Because it often plays out that way. Um, how long have you been removed from your ex?
Oh, it's been over 6 years.
Okay. Okay.
So that's interesting that you say that. So is that something that most men kind of think about? Like, is she going to go back
I
to
don't think
him?
it's just a man thing. I think just anybody, man or woman,
Oh,
the concern is, are you still dealing with the mother or father of your children? Because it happens so frequently. It
yeah.
happens so frequently. People will break up with you and get back together. I mean, I would say the odds are even higher the younger the children are.
Okay. Yeah. No, I made that pretty clear that was definitely never going to be a thing.
No, I hear you, but
And I never even thought about that even being a consideration of, this
right,
last person that I dated, that was something that he would think about. It was just more like, and then he didn't have kids. So it's like, okay,
right.
this
But
mom, 2 kids, that's a lot. And I would ask him like, hey, is this too much? And he's like, no, not at all.
yeah,
And in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, you have no kids. I mean, why not choose a woman without kids?
yeah. The way I respond to that is like, in all those situations where they do still deal with the ex, all of them claim that they're not going to. So
Oh,
you even offering that information isn't really going as far as you probably think it is. Like nobody's like, well, yeah, I still sleep with them, but I want to see how this goes. It's like, no.
right.
Everybody creates the impression that that's a done and over with situation.
Got it. Yeah.
So that's a fear. Two, you can't buy into this idea that, oh, somebody who doesn't have kids is not going to want somebody with kids. Like I'm told women, 'cause, I mean, that's something that goes online and there is truth to it. Don't get me wrong. But as long as women still look good, it's still a very high likelihood you'll get somebody, right? A lot of guys aren't really concerned about that. They're just concerned if they like you. It may not be the ideal situation, but if they really like you like that, they'll take that on. Especially considering that your kids are older. Like one
Yeah.
is 15, so he's probably not even being thought about in that way. It's the 10-year-old that's really being thought about, like from a responsibility perspective.
Okay.
But are you still dealing with this guy?
No, I mean, gosh, let's not get all the way into that. But I mean, we talk here and there. But no, not in the sense of like when we first started dating, because, it was great, but he just didn't commit. And,
He didn't commit.
of
Like
course, as a woman,
how long did y'all date?
we dated off and on for about 2 years, 3 years, I
Why
would say.
off and on?
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I know I hear you talking a lot about the avoidant and anxious, and that could be a part of it. But then I also too, I'm like, maybe he's just not interested, right? I don't know. I just, as a, I guess never getting clear answers as to why it never progressed from just dating to, the commitment piece, right? Like, throughout this time, and it's like, okay, is it the kids? Is it career? What is it, right? But I guess my mind always went back to the kid piece, which is why I asked that specific question.
No, that's not the situation. I mean, what you have to watch from your end is a lot of people will pretend that they don't mind the kids because they just want to sleep with you. And that's why they don't mind the kids, because they just want to sleep with you as consistently as possible.
Yeah.
So you can't, listen, I tell y'all all the time, you have to avoid these off and on dynamics. The moment it starts being off and on, just eliminate it.
Right.
It's the foundation is broken. If you got to break up for any reason or go on a break for any reason, just go ahead and end it. There's literally no reason. Because I guess I just think about this differently than most people do. Because you break up because there's a problem. Breaking up is the last resort, or going on breaks or ending connections are the last resort. Because there's a problem that can't be solved, or y'all don't know how to solve it, or lack the skills to solve it. So you go on a break. When you get back together, the problem's still there. If you didn't have the tools to solve it then, you don't magically have the tools to solve it now. So until you can actually solve the problem, there's no point in getting back together, because the thing that broke you up initially is going to lead to breaking up again.
Right.
Right? So there are these off and on dynamics. Once I hear that, I'm like, just automatically leave. I know it's complicated if you start caring about somebody. I get it. But just from a practical perspective, that's like the telltale sign that this is just not a relationship or a connection that works out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Where did you
Yeah,
meet
I
him?
think, it's just, it's also important just when, dating and finding someone who is good for me, but also, again, that good role model for my boys, so
Right. Where did you
that's
meet?
definitely why I stayed longer or, hung around longer than I should have. But
Where did
yeah,
you? How did you meet him?
we met on a dating app.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that's also.
I know. Yeah, I'm not on those things anymore. But again, like I can't say anything bad about the guy. Like he was genuinely a really good guy. He just, respectful and everything, right? But just did not commit, So that was just always a question that I had, and it's like, is it the kid thing? Is it maybe this? Just the perspective of a man.
Even if it was, that doesn't change the situation.
Yeah.
Or even if you did get that clarity, it's like, yeah, it is a kid thing. Okay, now what? Ship them off, right? Like you still got kids, so it's like it doesn't really. I always tell people focus on the what, not the why. You spent a lot of time focusing on the why. Why is he not committing? The only thing you should be focusing on is the what, and that is he is not committing. Therefore, if you want commitment, you must leave the connection because you're not in alignment.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate your time. This is my first time joining a live, so hello everyone. This is a lot, me sharing, but I love watching your stuff and hearing the advice that you give to both men and women. So
I appreciate you sharing, love. Keep me posted how things go, all right? If you want that coaching, hop in them DMs. We'll get you right, all right?
Yes. All right, thank you.
All right, dear. You take care. All right. Oh, we got another caller. Let me see. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm shy.
Uh-oh.
You have a lot of viewers. What is this?
Right. Do you have a question, love? Do you have a question? All right. How you shy and you got your camera on immediately? Come on, man. Shorty asked me put on the big screen talking about I'm shy. No, you're not. You will get no followers from here, love. I promise you that. All right. Yo. But he's in the middle of a tornado. What is happening, man? Is it really? Do y'all really hit that request button by accident that frequently? I've literally never hit it before in my life. I've never accidentally came on a live. What about trying to talk to chicks in the gym? Okay, the gym, you want to play the long game. You want to just, yes, you deal with someone or you notice a woman's giving you very clear choosing signals. If that's the case, you can directly go and approach her. But if you're not getting that, the better approach is to play the long game. Just talk to anyone who's open to socializing. Yes, because we're tapping. Like, how are y'all? Are y'all tapping like this? Is that how y'all are tapping the screen? Or are you like in one spot and tap? Easy solution. When you tap around here. Tap my face or something. That seems like a very easily, I'm just saying, it sounds like a very easily solvable problem. Sounds like a very easily solvable problem. Especially if you have done it once. It's like, oh, it seems I hit the request button. Let me move my thumb and tap somewhere else. That's how I would solve it. I'm just saying, that's how I would solve the problem. That's how I would solve the problem. You know? But I'll let y'all do what y'all do. I'll let y'all do what y'all do. Oh, dog, you do got some big ass thumbs. I would hate to thumb wrestle with your ass. I've seen them. I've seen those thumbs. One's bigger than the other one. Though, how did that happen? Are you working out one of them? You're tapping my lip. That's a good target. I appreciate the taps. Don't get me wrong. I do. I do appreciate it. But some of you accidentally request up every live. Then I'm like, okay. Like, you'll see me saying, like, I know they didn't mean to come up. Like, I'll see somebody in the request. I'm like, I already know they didn't mean to come up. Let me go ahead and hit this apps real quick. Oh, dog, I know that screen cracked. I know that screen is cracked. CJ, you watch your mouth.
Watch your mouth.
Hello.
Hey.
I already know the Prince of Arabia shit is not going where I wanted to go, so just proactively ended that one. It's going to proactively end that one. I don't want to stick around. Not even going to stick around for that one. She sounded like all three main religions in the back. I can't wait to see CJ's jokes in person. See, Knuckles, you should have came through. You and CJ would have gave people a comedy show. Here goes Big J mistakenly requesting. With a name like Big J, I would imagine he accidentally hit the button. Umi, what's going on? Knuckles, are you in the U.S. or are you overseas? If you're in the U.S., you definitely should have popped out to Dallas. It's next week, people. You in Charlotte? Why didn't you pop out? Have you linked up with Danny? This whole time you've been in Charlotte? That's crazy. Went on a date. Shawty told me I should be a comedian. Right. That's such a great compliment, isn't it? When I receive it, I'm like, thank you. Oh, I really appreciate that. You must want commitment. I have been in your live with my backup account, but you have been ignoring me. Whoa. It almost feels like a breakup test. Is it your profile picture? Do you have a different profile picture in your backup account? Why are you coming with your backup account? Just come with the regular one. Yeah, I would never be able to date someone who's not funny. That's my weakness too. Funny women, for sure. For sure. For sure. Let me just sit back so I can have the show for once. I ain't got to be the one juggling all the time, you know? Pulling rabbits out the hat and shit. Yes, and I mentioned it's me, Umi. What's going on with your tone? You got a little attitude. I don't like it. I like sweet Umi back. Let's bring her back online. I think I missed your comment saying it's you. You know the chat be moving. You got people requesting by accident. It's a lot going on right now, Umi. I got a lot to manage. I only know that because I spy on folks with an unknown account. Gotcha. How important for you personally is it to have similar interests with the person you're seeing? I don't really care if we have similar interests. Do we have chemistry is my main concern. And then if it's something that I see seriousness with, are we compatible? But as far as interests, if Shorty ain't really interested in what I got going on, she has to at least be curious about it. You know? She has to at least be curious about it. Naomi, I need that testimonial. Stat, Naomi. As soon as humanly possible. I need you and your man holding hands on the couch. Hey, I'm Naomi. Hey guys, I'm Jack. And we just want to give a big thanks to Marquette. Yeah, he really did work out for us. I need that shit, but like music in the background. That's what I need. I need that type of vibe, you know? You know when the couples get together, the woman's always doing most of the talking. The man just sitting there looking stupid. I was about to say, because I had the thought the other day to get you to leave a testimony. I'm like, I haven't seen Naomi in a while. I know she's busy. Not in that way, but also in that way. But primarily because you got your man now, so that's where the attention is going. That's the bittersweet thing about this, right? Is he's actually a talker, testimony coming, right? There's people come on this live, they're single, then I help them, and then they find a connection, and I don't see them no more. I'm like, oh. Like I already told my mods, I'm like, once y'all get relationships, I'm gonna have to find new mods. Because I know you're not gonna be here like that. We're already seeing the early stages with Hannah. Already see the early stages. I'm gonna have to make them start signing contracts. Ain't that right, Eva? And Cece is a different thing. Cece likes to talk. So Cece is on other people's lives talking about which cereal is best. Did you miss yesterday? Yeah, I don't do Wednesdays. I don't do afternoon lives on Wednesdays because that's my YouTube day. CC be on live all day long. You hear me? All day long. People think I be on live all day. 4 hours total. CC be clocking in and getting overtime, and they have to tell her to leave. And that same woman where you're like scrolling on your For You page for too long and she's like, hi, are you caught scrolling again? They send her to call into CC's live and say, hi, are you still yapping on live again? maybe you should take a break. That's who they send to CC's live to get her off live. And then she blocks her. So they have to keep making new accounts to get her attention. It's a problem, really. It's a real problem. It's a real problem. If CC not live, I generally think something wrong. I think TikTok's down if CC ain't live. That's how I know everything is working appropriately. Oh, well, CC's live, so I should post some content because that means the app is working. I think the only American that still had TikTok was CC during like the whole blackout thing. When they were trying to get rid of TikTok, CC's account was still active. Still active. She can't go to Dallas because she needs a stream, right? I know them gifts add up though. I intentionally don't ask for gifts, but you can still send them. But I don't ask for them though. Isn't that annoying? You get on somebody's live, they start asking, fucking panhandling and shit. Come on, guys, we need 10 galaxies to get started. There's some old motherfucker, bald head dude with shades on that I be seeing sometimes. He'll play some music. All right, 10 galaxies, we'll get started. Motherfucker just in there grooving. 10 galaxies, we'll get started. All right. Come on, y'all. 10 galaxies, we'll get started. I'm like, okay. What's that, $40, bro? Just get to it. Just get to it, man. Got time for this shit. Galaxy like $7. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you, love. All right, guys. Now I'm on Galaxies. We'll get started. Let me start doing that shit at the beginning. Start doing that shit at the beginning of lives now. Play some Drake. Start doing the worm in this bitch, asking for galaxies. Drive big in the galaxies. It's a terrible business model, if you ask me. Just build a business, bro. Sell a product. That's to depend on gifts is a terrible business model. Terrible. No shades to the individual. It's who I thought of when I was thinking of gifts. Let's fill out that gift goal, y'all. I get it. I'm trying to get you a nut. I understand it. But yeah, just sell something. I don't know. Guess I could at least send Penny gifts. I watched you for so long. All right. I don't get the battle shit though. From a psychological perspective, I don't even get how that shit works. Like, the game is who can just make the most money from their audience. Is that the game? Who can make the most money from their audience? So the whole premise is you send money so I can make more money than the person who I'm battling. I told you, Eva, if you ever see me doing battles, shit is going really bad over here. Shit's going bad. If you ever see me battling, you see a fucking blue line over my head. Come on, guys, double tap, send the gifts. All right, there we go. Let's do it. We gotta win. Like, even the way it's set up is annoying because it's like you hear two people talking at one time, and they're not talking to one another half the time. I don't know, how do people watch? It has to be kids watching this. Are these adults watching this? But if you get battlers say we will beat them. It's a way to leverage parasocial relationships. Like, I get it, man, but oh my God, bro. my God. To me, that's like a Black Mirror way of making money. Because you're not doing anything of value. You might as well get out a guitar, put a fedora on the ground, and start doing cover songs downtown. It's essentially the same shit. It takes actual talent though, right? I just don't get it. No shade to anyone who's ever like joined those things, but it just doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't seem sustainable. But I heard TikTok ask them to do it. Is that true? I've had people, every time I go live, there's people DMing me like, well, you want to have us manage your live? I'm like, fuck no. I have a business. I know my business is not live. Going live helps my business, but it's not my business, if that makes sense. But yeah, they try to get you to go live, do the battles. I'm sure there's probably like a strategic reason behind it other than making short-term money. But if I see anyone doing it, my initial thought was they have no business sense. Because that's a very poor use of time as a business owner. Very poor use of time. You're not building any leverage. It's a short-term play. Anyway. Saucy Santana says he made 6 figures battling. Yeah, if you get to that level of recognition, then sure. Anyway, I'm not talking about celebrities. I don't follow celebrities. All right. Any last minute questions before I get out of here? I'm going to shut things down early today so I can work on this book. Did you grow out of being so trusting, maybe a little naive? Sure, I think so. As you leave like the Disney World like perspective of everyone has your best interest in mind and become more grounded in reality. That's even more dumb, sending money to a celebrity so they can stun on you, right? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But hey, if you like it, I love you. What age does that kick in? It's not an age thing, it's an experience thing. Did you earn your secure attachment or did you always have it? No, I was anxious. But I was never like extremely anxious. But yeah, I would say I'm mostly earned secure now. But security is just a matter of your behavior. Do you behave like a secure person? Okay, well then you're effectively secure. I tell clients, especially the ones who come from anxious attachment, the anxiety is never going away. It may decrease in intensity, but that's with you for life. That is with you for life. Okay, I was always told I was always secure until I migrated to the U.S. in a toxic environment and then became anxious. Right. I get it. It definitely can happen. It definitely can happen. So even with clarity, you can't stop the anxiety. It can decrease in intensity. That's what I help clients with. I help clients properly manage it so we can decrease it and not allow it to like control your behavior. So there's ways you can decrease the intensity, but it's still going to be there. You make peace with it though. So you start to embrace it and stop looking at it as a problem to solve. And just doing that helps tremendously. When you start looking at it like a problem, you amplify it. Because when you fight against an emotion, you make the emotion stronger. There's no clarity with angst. There's always another thought, right? Right. It's just one of those situations. So yeah, if you struggle with anxious attachment and you want a better path, you should definitely DM me the word coach so I can help you with that. Send you a link to purchase your 1-hour coaching call. Had somebody messaged me the other day. I sent her a link for the call. She was like, I wasn't really looking for a coaching call to solve my problem. I was more so looking for feedback and tips for my situation. And I said, you just said, what? You just said the same thing twice. What are you talking about? I wasn't looking for soda. I was looking for Sprite. What the fuck are we talking about? No, I'm not working with you. Absolutely not. You're stupid. I don't like this. That was on IG though, not TikTok. So you just gave the definition of coaching. I think what she was saying was she wanted free advice. No, man, I'm not doing that. People have a poor theory of mind. Consider how many people in my DMs asking me questions. Just consider that. Why would I answer your question? Come on. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? So that's your real problem in your relationships. You can't see things from another person's perspective. You can't see things from another person's perspective. You're probably going to struggle in relationships. You're probably going to struggle. If you can't look at my situation and say, okay, this is a business owner. He does this for a living. This is how he provides for his family. And he has a big following, so people are probably DM him all the time. I'm going to also DM him and then try to get some free advice. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? Again, any last minute questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Why are there so many people in Dubai looking for love? If you don't hop on that camel, go find you a chick. If she turns you down, make the camel spit on her. Hey baby, can I have your number? No? Spit. That's what you gotta do. Alright, Cass, see you later, love. Just be on speed dial for me. You know, Mary, that's the implementation package. It now comes with it's an 8-week program. So it comes with 4 45-minute calls and then unlimited tech support. So, if you want that speed dial option, that implementation package. Anyone in Australia needs to get Cass. Cass is beautiful. I don't know why y'all not shooting. Would you date your little cousin's aunt that's on the other side of their family, or is that wrong? When we start having to list out like the family tree, I think we're hustling backwards, to be honest with you. You're gonna give birth to a gerbil. Fucking with that. I think it's 8 billion people on the planet. We just gotta find somebody who isn't even slightly related to us. We're not blood related. It's still too close to me. Because like when you explain that, you gotta like give people a lot of details. Like how many times you gotta be like, we're not blood related. I don't even want to go through that. I don't even want to go down that path. This is the equivalent of like people wanting to date their coworkers because it ain't really, they don't have an abundance mentality. So it's like, yeah, let's go out there and meet somebody else, man. Are ADHD autistic men doomed since they were born? Well, I have ADHD. I do quite well. So, no. ADHD is a superpower with dating. With dating, you have to like avoid the over-explaining and only deal with women you're interested in. I had to learn that lesson. Because for me, if I'm not interested in you, I'm not going to naturally want to talk to you. It's that object permanence comes into play. I'm not even going to think about you. And you're going to be like, well, haven't heard from you in a while. I'm like, oh, Tasha, I didn't know you existed. You know when you play peekaboo with a baby And when you cover your face, you essentially disappear to the baby. The baby thinks you've disappeared. That's how I am if I'm not really interested in you. We're playing peekaboo, and you vanished. And then when I do have to talk to you, it's like a chore. I experience it like washing dishes. Like, yeah, you gotta wash the dishes. But do I wanna wash the dishes? So it's like, and if you're like a yapper, it's like, I got hella dishes to wash. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna let them holes soak. And I'll come back to them later. Great analogy, isn't it? Analogy king is what I am. People on Facebook and YouTube, if you want coaching, DM me the word coach. Figure it out. Or you can also just click the link in the bio, just book the call. You don't have to necessarily DM me the word coach. Just, I can always tell who has agency by the people who book their calls without DMing me. Even though I tell people to DM me, like really successful people, they tend to just click the link in my bio and just book the call themselves. It never fails. Everyone who like goes to my link and books the call, like they tend to be high earners. Always, it never fails. It's the weirdest thing. Like, yeah, man, I make like $400K a year, and I'm trying to figure out. Like, it makes sense why you just figure this shit out. All right, no more questions? Cool. I got calls coming up anyway. If you're new here, make sure to follow. I'll go live twice a day. I'll be live again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if I didn't get to your question today, I will get to it then. If you want to watch the replays of these lives, you can follow my YouTube, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. It's at The Signal Dating. Link is in the bio for that. If you want coaching, just DM me the word coach, and I will send you the link for you to purchase your call. Okay? Remember also, Dallas, August 14th through the 17th, me and the team going to pop out. If you would like to join us, let us know. You won't be able to go to the Airbnb, but we do have some things planned that Saturday to meet up. August 14th through the 17th in Dallas, Texas. Appreciate the mods, appreciate the chat. I will see you all tonight. Y'all take care.